Real
What's
quick.
going
All right, live.
on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We in the
Yeah.
motherfucking boxing club, and boy, oh boy, I've been waiting for this day. We got Richardson Hitchens versus George Kambosos Jr. for the
Yes,
IBF World
sir.
Super Lightweight title, 1-4. Also got Andy Cruz versus Hironori Mishiro for an IBF Lightweight title eliminator. Winner gets to fight Ray Muratala because Loma.
Lil Ray. His nickname's Lil Ray.
Yeah, Lil Ray. His name is crazy. Got like 4 A's in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
But
his
yeah,
name.
title eliminator for Andy Cruz in just a 6 pro fight, which is kind of crazy. And
Whoa.
but as always, go down, like and subscribe, comment along. We are live. I'm Paul, pick 'em, win 'em, and I'm joined with.
Going on, boys? Marcus, prime time penalty. You know what it is.
Your boy Southpaws Run Boxing Gator, aka Southpaws Run Boxing. I had to say it again because we know who runs boxing.
Yeah.
It's the Southpaws.
That boy doubled down on it.
I mean, I just had to let people know. People forget who runs boxing sometimes. It's weird to me, but you know, I mean, Southpaws ran boxing this week so far, so let's do it.
All right, we got to talk before we even talk the picks. We got this card, a couple fights on it, but we got to talk the disaster in Norfolk. Fucking KEYSHAWN Davis, or should I say Abdullah Mason, headlining the card in Virginia.
Start from the fucking jump, man.
Yes, sir.
Fucking bro missing weight on purpose and shit.
Dancing up there, boy.
Dancing up there, getting jiggy. That was horrible.
That was a bad look, man.
Didn't he goes up to them and says they were scared? Like, what? You didn't try to make man. That was.
He thought I'm a big KEYSHAWN guy, but like he was trying to do the miss weight on purpose, move up in the next division, fucking go in there overweight and knock bro out and get his money. And they weren't going for that, man. Boy, Edwin was like, nah, fuck that.
Edwin's a fucking professional, bro. They gave Top Rank gave him a full contract, gave him his full purse too, because after that, fast forward,
whoever bro's manager and his team, they snapped because they got his full money. They had to risk getting
they were on that.
Yeah, they did a good job by that.
And then fast forward, we had all that going on. Their fight doesn't happen. Abdullah Mason gets moved to the main event slot, which is kind of dope.
KEYSHAWN's eating popcorn in the fucking stands, not even fucking giving a fuck.
Well, where do you want? Y'all want to talk the fight first or the backstage fight? Which one?
Well. First, yeah. Well, let's talk about the fight first. Which fight are we talking?
So let's shout out. Because I gotta shout out Keon, man. Keon, that's the one on the last.
He's the best one. He's the best one. He's the best one.
That was the one I was confusing with the other one. The youngest one. That jit is like that.
I think you can confuse him with Kyron.
Oh yeah,
but no, he. I will say, Albright lucky Scooter wasn't in the backstage when that shit popped off.
Scooter Davis is the future of boxing. You talking about Scooter Davis, right?
Yeah, Keon.
Future boxing. Future boxing.
Second round KO. Shout out. So yeah, we gotta give credit to Jit. Jit came in, got the second round knockout, did what he had to do. He's the only Davis that did anything that they were supposed to do this week.
Yeah, he's the only one who did something positive for naming. It's just like, think about this. The mayor, Michael Vick, Allen Iverson, it's his hometown. His hometown people are coming out.
Bud was out there. The last time they was in Norfolk, that shit was a success. That's why they ran it right back. Cause like that shit, they showed out for the Davis Bros. And
I do.
Bob Aaron was like, okay, maybe this could be a little something. And that shit, he fucked that up, man. Who knows when the next time he's gonna get a homecoming again?
Well, then we had two other prospects, Delonte Tiger Johnson getting the decision win.
Yes, sir.
Hey, wait. T. That boy Tiger is mid, bro. I was big on him.
You was just
no.
A year ago. What do you mean he's mid? What?
I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. But he's just mid. Like he's not gonna be like he's not bad, but he's not gonna be like those like top. Like prospect level
I'm
guy.
I'm out on him because it wasn't his last fight.
He has more talent than Tiger.
He has the 2 fights prior to that. I was like I had money on the line. And I was watching.
I just don't see like the improvement. I don't see the progression. I don't really, like he's stepping up in competition a little bit, but like at the end of the day, like I don't really
That's
see
why
too
I
much
was
from
kind of.
him.
That's why I was kind of blowing past his ass because I was like, yeah, he ain't. That shit wasn't. It was another decision win against a guy he probably should have got out of
But he
there.
ain't bad though. I just think he's like that middle pack. Like he's literally the definition of mid.
I mean, he's tough. You know what I'm
No
saying? I
disrespect
mean,
though, because he'll probably put hands on me.
well, yeah, well, technically, but I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't say he's mid, but like, I fuck with Tiger Josh. He a cool
Same thing with
dude.
Troy Isley. I had big hopes for Troy Isley also. He was also on this card.
Yeah, he got the decision win too. Both of them were decision. I would have been booing out there that
Man, but hopefully, man.
Nahir Albright, majority decision win over
Yes,
Kelvin
sir.
Davis. My boy cooked him, bro. Yeah, that boy.
I should have put money on this shit, bro. That's
He
still
did.
crazy odds.
But and you know what's funny? I forgot this was the dude KEYSHAWN fought, but tested positive for weed, so they ruled it like a no contest. So there was already like pre kind of built up tension between him and the Davis family.
That was the fight when KEYSHAWN took that mean right hand and like people thought like he didn't have a chin because of that. And like he didn't stumble, but like it shit was a mean shot, like landed square in KEYSHAWN's face.
And he was beefing with Frank Martin at the time, and they said, "Imagine if Frank Martin."
Yeah,
bro.
Exactly.
Like there's already
and it went to decision.
It was already that built up that tension. You know what I'm saying? All right, owns that family. It was already built up attention because of that. So you come in and you embarrassed me and made his brother look average, man. They went back there and
mid. That's the word we're using for all these average folks.
They're all mid.
That boy,
they're all mid except for
Kelvin's the one who fought him, right? Kelvin.
Yeah.
That bro, it's crazy because he could be on some like Tommy Hearns type shit, but he's not using his reach. I feel like correctly. Like that boy is so fucking long, bro. But I feel like he just wasn't really using his.
Every family has that one that ain't like the others. You know, like Eli and Peyton, they had Archie. Archie wasn't like fucking. Isn't that the other brother's name? Archie Manning.
Yeah, the receiver.
He just didn't.
That was his name. What?
Yeah.
So is Archie a junior?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know he was a junior.
Yeah, he's the athletic one. He's the one he's more athletic than Eli and Peyton too. So
but he just didn't have that. You know, he just didn't have that trait. Every family has one that is just, you know, they got two dominant. There'd be one that's just like, oh yeah, and that's Kelvin. You know. But let's get into the juicy details. Backstage, Albright just getting the dub to going to the locker, all that. KEYSHAWN throws his baby. Goes out there, throws some hands, security.
Bro, I can't believe they were showing this shit on ESPN, bro. Like that was on live ESPN. Like,
that was on live TV.
Watching.
That was crazy.
Like live national TV. They showing backstage brawls like it's WWE.
That was cool as hell. That was cool.
They were showing.
I wanted better angles, bro. That angle was so shitty.
Me too. Like I'm sitting here like I don't even see anything that's happening. I see shirts. I see KEYSHAWN go into the huddle. I don't see any punches thrown. I'm just seeing people everywhere.
I saw Albright's face all fucked up afterwards.
Yeah. Well, apparently he already. I keep hearing stories like they didn't jump him. They confronted him. I don't know what is going on.
I mean, from the videos, it looks more like a bunch of pushing and shoving. Maybe like a punch or two was thrown, but I don't think they like full on like.
Yeah, they didn't full on like
with people.
But
I think it looked more like pushing and shoving, like sizing each other up type shit.
Lock them thugs up.
There's a confrontation in the locker room though.
Bro, like, could you imagine? Could you imagine the fucking anger from Bob, not just Bob Aaron, but ESPN as a company? The Top Rank is about to leave ESPN. Like, come on, bro. Like, they was probably like, yo, what the fuck y'all got going on?
That special treatment. Bro, it was so bad. Bud went into the locker room, apologized, took photos.
Bro had to flick up with him, gave him a free picture. Like, I got a picture with him.
Yes, sir.
He turned into a real fan, bro. He said, "I'll give you a picture." You know,
bro, that picture is hilarious because Bud's like he's just like so serious in it. He's just standing there, other just cheesing.
Bud, I know is probably pissed on Bomac even from the weigh-in. He like, damn, like Bomac, you could tell he wasn't happy.
Because also Bomac the day before was talking about like how KEYSHAWN came into the camp already in shape because KEYSHAWN's fought like 4 times already this year or some shit. He's fought a couple of times. So it was not like KEYSHAWN was really out of weight. Like, he literally did this shit on purpose. I feel like that's kind of bad look on
in
Bo
his
Mac,
hometown. That
either if
shit
he knew or
fucked
not.
up. Abdullah Mason comes in, saved the day, I guess. I mean, he gets the knockout like everyone kind of thought it would, 5th-round knockout. Just moving up the ranks. I'm happy he got the headline out of all the shit that
Yeah, I
happened.
think they just announced. I think low key they just announced that Mason's. They ordered. I don't know if it's WBC or WBO. One of them ordered a fight for Mason, and I forgot the other jit's name.
Shit, fucking.
But he's got a title fight next for the vacant title.
Who, Mason?
Yeah, I just seen that shit on Twitter today.
That's awesome. Love to see it.
Yeah, no, that's just.
He's kind of he is kind of big though, but
He's not so stupid for calling out Mason up there. If you can't even make the weight and defend the belt and defend.
he knew what he was
doing.
Just, he knew what
he knew he wasn't even gonna fight Mason. He literally just do that to like little bro him type shit. Just like put his nuts on his forehead type shit.
Damn.
For no reason.
Damn.
For no reason. Because they know they're not gonna fight. They not even, and he knows he's going to 140. So he was really just bullshitting with Mason. That was crazy.
Well, that was a disaster in Norfolk. Fucking KEYSHAWN. We'll see if he ever headlines another card on the Top Rank again. I think Bob, he's dead to Bob.
Bob, and I also heard Bob does not fuck with missing weight. Like that's one of the shits that pisses him off the most is when people mess with the weight.
Especially a belt holder.
And 4 pounds, bro.
As a belt holder, bro, 4 pounds. You didn't even try. You didn't even. You was eating Bo Mac Cheetos, bro.
I swear.
He was trying to do that Shakur shit because Shakur did that not that long ago. But I don't think it was like OD like 4 pounds.
Yeah, that was him against Robezy, I think. But
yep.
Hitchens versus Kambosos Jr. We got to jump over to this card.
Brooklyn.
We can start from the top bottom, boy. We got Hitchens defending the belt against George Kambosos Jr., who I don't even think Kambosos Jr. should not be getting title shots anymore. But I will say he is riding.
Oh, he's the perfect gatekeeper, man.
Bro,
perfect.
And he can sell a fight. He makes it interesting.
He can sell a fight. He's gonna bring the fans, and he's gonna put up a decent fight for the most part.
He got cooked by Devin Haney twice. Maxie Hughes, they gave him that fight. He lost that fight. He should not have won that belt, but they had to set up the Loma fight. They had to get Loma to fight. So then Loma just cooks him, and then he beats Jack Wiley, and here we are fighting for the belt again, bro.
The Spartan.
This is where
he's the perfect gatekeeper, man.
This is like that role player in the fucking playoffs that all of a sudden this is like a Max Strus type shit. He just goes crazy. All of a sudden, next thing you know, he gets $60 million in the offseason. It's like you're not that good of a player, bro. Duncan Robinson, yeah, that motherfucker $120 million for shit.
Or who was that one jet? Conley? He got like the fattest contract ever. I think it was Conley. Could be wrong.
Mike Conley, the point guard or some shit.
Yeah, I swear he got like some crazy bag. Like everyone was like, "What the fuck?" Kyle Kuzma also, I think, got a crazy bag.
It's like when Kyle Korver goes from like off the bench to like all of a sudden next thing you know he's got $50 million. But yeah, Kambosos Jr. is riding the fuck out of that. What he did like 4 years ago after what it feels like.
It's nasty. It's nasty work. Teal will never be forgiven for that. By the way, it's nasty work. He's still. Hey man,
that boy George better send Teal Christmas cards every fucking year. He put his career on the map.
Literally, like he's still getting he's still living up.
I think Eddie Hearn fucks with Kambosos Jr. too, doesn't he?
He sells. He sells and takes any fight. He sells and takes any fight. Why wouldn't
If you look at the arena when they be fighting in Australia, that's a big arena that he be packing out.
That's
he's only putting asses in seats.
But they not over there. They're in MSG, the Hulu theater, baby.
Fucking hate that shit. I wish they would just fight in the big house, man.
They not putting these two fucking losers in
yeah. Yeah, there's one loser. There's one loser.
I feel it, man, but like
they got like a Taylor Swift concert coming to town. All right.
The Taylor Serrano fight's in the big house. I think that's either this week or next week. Or is that July? I could be tripping.
Hitchens is
but either way, man, they need to put fights back in the big house, bro. They tripping.
You earned the big house, all right? You don't fucking walk in the big house, all right? We got but it is. I mean, Hitchens, New York. You know his people are gonna show up, and Kambosos does put asses in seats. There will be some Australian flags out there. Hitchens -950 here. It's pretty big odds. I like him. Don't get me wrong, but he's coming off a split decision against Liam Paro, and I think like
The guy who beat the brakes off
Montana Love.
no well yeah Montana Love Sabriel Matias, yeah, him too.
Oh yeah.
He put them beats on Matias too, and Hitchens put the beats on Paro. And people were doubting Richardson Hitchens. We're not gonna act like Liam Paro was the bum. People were picking Paro against Hitchens. They're talking about, oh, you're scared of Matias. This guy's gonna do, you're in for a rude awakening. Hitchens put belt to ass. He adjustment. Those first 3 rounds of that fight, he wasn't looking too good. His jab was getting countered, and then he made those adjustments. You know what I'm saying? He started jabbing at more at an angle, hitting him with the body shots, coming, having more clean combinations. I remember that Paro fight. That was an amazing fight.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I just learned a bit of information that is locked in my bet. So I'm feeling pretty good over here on this side.
What you got?
That boy Hitchens cooked Liam Paro, split decision, Australian man himself. My boy Kambosos is coming back for blood. He's riding for he's coming back for the Australian man himself, but he gonna ride for his countryman.
You got Big George.
Yeah, Jordan. You got Jordan in this fight.
George in the jungle, bro. This boy got what? Especially at the odds. I thought the odds was gonna be like, minus 350, minus 400. But when I saw minus basically 1,000, and his best,
this is like his biggest fight or toughest fight.
And his best, I'm not just gonna say Liam Paro is a bum. But I will say Liam Paro wasn't gonna be holding any belts too long. So, like Hitchens, him going split decision. Kambosos, yeah, he's lost to who? Devin Haney and Loma. Those are two guys that I think are a couple tiers higher than this guy, and just the odds are just crazy. That is what I'm looking at.
If you're looking at the fighting styles, this guy, he's all wrong. He's all wrong. He's a better version of Haney. You know what I'm saying? Way more power. He's more active with his hands. He has cleaner combinations. Hitchens might stop this dude. Like it's gonna be a beatdown, just a generational beatdown. Like Hitchens might stop this dude.
If he works the body, he could probably stop him because that's the one thing. I think George does have a chin.
Yeah, George does have a chin. Loma kind of fucked him up, but I feel like George is pretty stable for real. But I feel like Hitchenson, I feel like he needs a stoppage kind of because George is like older now. He's already been, like you said, he's already fought all these other guys. He's kind of more on the end. And Hitchenson's trying to still make a name. This is his biggest name, so he should come out.
27, 28.
Yeah, I feel 27. Like Hitchenson, I've been following him for a while, but out of all the youngin fighters, he didn't get as much clout. But I think it's because I think he was under Mayweather Promotions.
Because TMT was slowing him down and stuff like that when he got with Eddie
so
Hearn.
Once he got out of that is when his career started to really flourish, which is crazy. But he's here now and he's making noise. But definitely his toughest fight, man. George could bring it one last time.
I just thought the odds would be closer. You're telling me George is at plus 600. I would probably personally bet this at George split decision on some
especially the way Hitchenson's coming out crazy cocky type shit. What if George catches him how he caught Tio?
I do think Hitchens is the better fighter though. I spent the first 5 minutes introducing this fight saying George should not even be in this fight. George is not a title caliber guy. And then all of a sudden I saw the odds and I'm like, oh shit, hold on. Why not throw a little $10 on plus 1,500 that George wins by decision?
Yeah, but might as well. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at this fight. I'm visioning it. There's no path for victory for Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? He can't get into a slugfest. Hitchens is too smart for that. He can only win a slug battle. You know what I'm saying? There's not much technique behind his punches.
You got him by knockout or decision?
I got him by TKO.
Mark?
It's going to the decision. I mean, I guess I'll lean the younger fighter, but I could see a fight where George kind of uses his veteran side, edges out a fucking win. But I mean, I'll ride with Hitchens, but it could be closer than what people may think.
Next fight, we're going down on the list here. in honor of Father's Day this weekend, we got KEYSHAWN Davis's dad, Andy Cruz, as the co-main event, taking on Hironori Mishiro. This is a title eliminator for the IBF 135, the lightweight belt. Lil Ray got the belt because Loma retired. They emailed him the championship. Definitely not getting as much hate as Devin Haney did back in the day when this shit kind of happened. But people also aren't too happy someone got emailed a belt. But yeah, Andy Cruz, title eliminator, 6 fights into it. If he gets this win over Mishiro, who 17-1-1, he's won his last 5-6 fights. Last 5 fights. Very active. He's a lengthy Japanese fighter, so he's technical. How y'all feeling about this?
This is amazing fight right here. You know he's coming. I said this in a comic earlier. He's our boxing's Alex Pereira right now.
I like
he's gonna
that
come up.
I was like, yeah, he's
literally Alex Pereira right now, and he could come and beat KEYSHAWN up. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? When you look at Adesanya, nobody else is beating him. The one person who beats him is his rival, who's never been in that type of a pro fight. So when I'm seeing people are like, oh, amateurs and pros are different, I'm like, shit. I thought the same too, but it is what it is. So
nah, you can't compare that Olympic fight to what the fuck the pro fight would be. They fought, first of all, their last, the gold medal fight, I don't know about the other 3. I never even seen those. I never even seen clips of them. But I watched the gold medal.
Oh, they're there.
Full eyes. And that shit is not that, it wasn't like Andy was getting off on Key. And Key was getting off his shots too. Hey. It's just a quicker pace. And what KEYSHAWN's style in the pros is he has more of a pro style than an amateur style. And you give him more time, more everything. I don't know. I feel like you can't really it wasn't like Andy was fucking beating on KEYSHAWN for 3 rounds. That shit was more like a back and forth thing. Andy just more amateur experience, more of an amateur style.
Yeah, but also I will say if KEYSHAWN, as long as Andy makes weight and actually fights this weekend, it's just also not a good look that this guy's openly calling you out. He's already in a title eliminator. There could be a unification with him versus Ray coming up. Then y'all could unify, and you're moving on to 140.
They gonna fight for sure.
Are you did he run you out of division? What's going on here?
I feel like it's better for them to let it marinate anyways. Once Andy has a belt, or once it's just more their names are kind of more bigger. KEYSHAWN has a pretty big name, but Andy's still kind of building his name and his whatever reputation or whatever. So I feel like it is kind of good to let it marinate a little bit, because that could be a fun fucking build up. 4 times in the amateurs, gold medal fight. So I mean, I feel like it's
only Andy's 5th or 6th pro fight. So
bro, that's what I'm saying. Marinating fights is real.
And KEYSHAWN's only at what, 11, 12, 13 fights. So it's still maybe 2026 vibes.
2026, 27.
Hey, I want to say if Andy becomes champion by his 6th, 7th pro fight, if he becomes champion by the end of this year, he wins this, they set up the unification between him and Lil Ray for fucking September, December time.
Right.
He's champion the same year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see it too, right?
What else?
You see it too. He's gonna come.
I've been on this train, bro. I've been fucking.
It's gonna.
I don't know. There's gonna be big fights for KEYSHAWN at 140 though. You got Teofimo is out there. They got some smoke already. Who else is at 140? I feel like there's gonna be
Richardson Hitchens, because he's been talking shit with KEYSHAWN. KEYSHAWN actually got jealous of him and Shakur's relationship. He didn't. He's like, oh, y'all should go date. He's a little jealous, so they might have to go in there and battle and fight for their man. But those two, they kind of they go back and forth. That's a good fight for KEYSHAWN. Like you said, that's a good fight for KEYSHAWN at 140. You got a Hitchens.
There's gonna be a lot of fight, and I still think Key should eventually Tank's always gonna run for KEYSHAWN. That was one
run
boy
from
he's
KEYSHAWN.
not gonna fight.
I was gonna say Tank. I was gonna say Tank's retired, but no. Run from KEYSHAWN. KEYSHAWN's running from Andy Cruz. He's running from Edwin dos Santos. He's running from his own. He's running from boxing in general.
I mean, you could nah.
You can. y'all was about to get a little tink bash from me, but no, don't do that with KEYSHAWN. You're not gonna put KEYSHAWN in this little sentence like he's like after that BS we just saw this weekend. This man he watched his brother get his ass whooped, and you're gonna go see it. No, not KEYSHAWN, but like I said, like I said, there's a lot of good fights for him at 140.
Let's see what Andy does, man. He better show out.
Minus 1,600, I think. Yeah, minus 6. Huge favorite. Massive favorite, rightfully so. This is Eddie Hearn's golden child too. This is the golden goose for this.
Oh, you know, Eddie. Oh, you know, Eddie's all over it. Eddie's like, "Hey, man, you're gonna be the next one." He's looking at him like Dana's looking at Pereira, because you got to understand something. These stories are so good, and he goes in there and beats the dude.
Lip, bro, he got Boots and him on the roster.
He's gonna.
Set for the next what his next move is gonna be? He also is gonna go get KEYSHAWN to Matchroom eventually. KEYSHAWN's not gonna stay in top rank forever.
Bob is fucking gonna. He's gonna.
Everyone,
not let him fight.
Everyone leaves top rank.
Everyone leaves Bob. Exactly. Everyone leaves Bob eventually.
Bob is just the GOAT at building and creating the fighter. But once they get to that big all-star, mega star, that's when like, all right, Bob can't handle it no more. It's like a proven fact from Pacquiao, Floyd, Bud. Loma's like the only one that stayed solid, and everybody, bro, they all fucking
Crawford.
bitching, man.
Crawford was the worst one to me. That was horrible how he handled Crawford. Horrible, just terrible.
Yeah, but I don't. Who was the one saying it was racist? Crawford or Shakur? I don't know if it was racist. There's no way.
Oh no! Oh yeah. It wasn't. He tried to sue him for racism over promoting. It's because Crawford didn't promote himself during the time, but. All
right, fuck all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That go deep.
That stuff's way deeper than boxing. But in general, though, everyone leaves Bob. And you know Crawford.
I could definitely see Eddie Hearn swooping in, taking KEYSHAWN to Matchroom, and setting up an Andy and KEYSHAWN fight.
You also got Hitchens on DAZN too. Like some of his, like most of his ops are on like that side too.
Eddie Hearn's roster is pretty deep. Matchroom's pretty loaded.
Yeah, then Turkey's gonna take Abdullah Mason. Turkey loves Mason. Turkey's in love with Mason right now.
Yeah, he's gonna put
that man really likes
on the
Mason.
Crawford card.
He should. Hey, also I got one more. Oh, okay. Before we talk, do we have any more fights on this specific card?
No.
Okay. Before I talk about that fight, which is probably gonna be the fight of the year. How do y'all feel about no more Tom and Jerry type fights? Just real quick. Like what Turkey said.
I'm down for that, but I also understand to a degree the art of boxing of sometimes but you can also like mix it in yourself. Like, you know, like there's some.
I feel like what they should implement is like a new rule type. You know how when the judges could they can break up a break, but also let like them work in a break, and it kind of really depends on the scenario situation. I feel like the ref should be able to step in, and like if there's like too much running, he should be telling them boys, like, all right, come on, like pick up, like start working. Pretty much, like if there's like too much dead time in between, like during the rounds, I feel like the ref should be able to say something or maybe even take a point. I mean, I don't know. Taking a point is kind of crazy though, but
there's one thing
I am okay with. Like, if you don't want them, we'll just put them bitches in smaller rings. Like, we can't stop Shakur.
But it's hard to tell. Like, no one's seen Devin Haney fucking doing what the fuck he did, and like it's hard to tell. Like when,
I just think it's amount of punches.
I mean, he did that against Gamboa his first fight, the first time he fought Gamboa.
It's when you see the amount of punches thrown being so low. That's when I think the issue occurs. If it's like, oh, you're on the back
or
foot, you're throwing
they
punches.
should implement like what UFC does, like bonuses and like incentive. Like if you land a certain amount of punches, you get a fucking bonus on top of your check, like a 50K bonus, or you get like I don't know, if you pull out like a crazy performance. I don't know. They should add certain incentives after the fight, not before, because that's what stalls fights. But if you say like you do a certain amount of something, or I don't know, it'd be hard to like do the language part, but give out bonuses for better performances, bro. Like, or even take away pay. But boxers will fucking cry and bitch about some shit like that. Like Devin Haney,
they would
fucking take 100, 200K off his check. just because his shit was
I didn't
ass.
pay for
Well,
that.
it also has more to do with his matchmaking. Like you had Tio, Ryan, and Devin on the card. None of them fought each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like those were good matchmaking though. I feel like
I don't
the
think
hype of the arena. If there was more fans, I feel like that card and that like showing would have been more lit. Like if that was at the Garden, or even if it was at the theater, like the Hulu theater, even at the Barclays, like I feel like it would have been more lit and like it wouldn't have looked as bad. But I feel like it was decent matchmaking for them.
Yeah, I can also see that, but like yeah, like
Because
I
Haney's
also
coming back from an
understand.
L.
You know, so I understand all the boxing. It's more. It's just like I don't know if I just don't think you can tell fighters how to fight. It's just you got to pick who's the most exciting and who you want on your card. Do you want Devin Haney being a main person on your card if you know how he fights? You know what I mean? If you know these
Yeah.
fighters are these type of fighters,
But Devin Haney can fight pretty good. Like you look at the Loma fight, so it's like
the Regis fight too. But like this was supposed
yeah,
to
he looked like a
look like
fucking monster that fight.
but this was supposed to look like the Regis fight. Like Ramirez
Yeah,
is
it
like a
was.
punching bag. Ramirez is a punching bag.
All the promoters got to come together. The people, whoever's writing checks, got to come together and just agree that, like, yeah, even though you have a belt, if you're not putting on exciting fights, your price tag is here. If you are putting on exciting fights, your price tag is here. And like,
yeah, have some type of bonuses. Have the fucking ref tell these boys start working.
because if you start putting on boring fight, one, you're not going to main event my cards. You're going to be like third, fourth fight on the main card. And you're just not going to, because of that, you're not getting main event type money.
Thank you. Yep. And yeah. Now we got the fight of the year. Brian Norman versus Jin Sasaki, man. I'm ready for this fight. This is for the WBO, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this fight.
It's a close fight. Minus 350 plus 250 on the
odds. Dude, like Jin Sasaki is the truth, man. That man, he's like I don't want to say Mike Tyson, but like that guy can fucking scrap. His angles, his hits. Now my thing is he has no defense. Like he doesn't like no head movement, no nothing. His defense is his face. Like that's the biggest issue. However, Brian Norman has a glass chin that can easily get cracked this fight. And Brian Norman doesn't have that much good of a defense either. Like this is gonna be a real slugfest. This is a slug fight. This is gonna be a slug fight. Oh, things are going down. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? If he might not catch it, and because this isn't Saturday night, it's Thursday. You know, in Japan, because Brian Norman is going to Japan, and I don't know if you saw the video I sent after Brian's last fight. That man went up to him, handed him a letter calling him out. So like this man walked up to him and handed him a Japanese letter calling him out. Says, "I want to fight you." That man ran down to him.
Jig gave him a scroll.
Yeah, he literally a scroll. He gave him a scroll. He gave him a scroll saying, "I want to fight you." Dead ass.
That shit like some like side. Like bro, side quest video game story mode. Shit.
He ran Brian Norman Jr. ass down, bro. check the video I seen in the group chat.
Press X if you accept.
And he had to fit on. He had that man. He ran that nigga down. I'm telling you, this is gonna be good.
That's crazy. I didn't know he gave his ass a fucking scroll.
Yeah. Do you know about this pussy from Atlanta though?
Yeah.
You talking about Brian?
Yeah, look.
Well, the translator. And he starts to be like Japanese.
Because he can't speak English. So
congrats on winning, but I'm gonna bust your ass. Basically, I translate.
Man, that's pretty cold. I'm not gonna lie.
That ass handed him the nigga a scroll. I'm crying.
That's crazy. So who's the dog?
Jin.
The underdog would be Jin because Brian Norman has all the hype and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
People
undefeated. He ain't got the O. He got the O next to his name. People love that.
In Japan too, they're gonna be.
No, this shit in America, ain't it?
No, it's in Japan.
It's in Japan.
It's in Japan. He's fighting him in Japan. Also, I'm pretty sure
Jin Sasaki not.
I thought Jin Sasaki was undefeated. Is he not? Pretty sure.
No, he lost to Andy Hiroka.
Oh. Damn.
Golden boy.
He did. But
that boy just crushed his dream.
I will tell you this though, man. Like you gotta watch his last couple fights, man. He's fucking.
Andy Hiroka is pretty nice. Like he's like that. He undefeated, like 24-0. He got hitters on his resume. Like that's not a bad guy to lose to. Ryan Norman don't got no one on his resume. That's like
and he also ducked the shit out of the boots. He got his highest payday is 100K. He ducked $1 million. He ducked over 1.7 million for a fight, man. That's
I
just
don't want nothing with Bucci. No unification here.
no, nothing, man. No, he's like, oh, well, we might revisit it after the Jin Sasaki fight. No, actually, I'm pretty sure Boots just vacated, but Jin Sasaki,
Yeah,
I got
Boots is on the 154.
and Rolly Romero. I mean, not Rolly, but yeah, it's called Rolly Romero, and Rolly Romero's champion.
The Japanese have been on a run, boy. I think the world's opening their eyes that these Japanese athletes are legit.
They
They're
damn
great
near got
fighters.
like the best fight. They probably got like the
Dead
best
ass.
fighters.
And
Kenshiro, Junso, Inoue. Mm-hmm.
And even if they lose, it's usually to like a fellow countryman that's like high caliber as well. So it's hard to gauge like how is that loss grade over to the American fighters and stuff. That's why I think he's the dog here. Is like they think Brian Norman is this guy undefeated, and now he's going up against somebody who, yeah, he has a loss on his resume, but like that loss is to somebody who's probably Japan's in top 5 Japanese fighter right now. So like, but people aren't tuning into those Japanese fights, so they don't know that as much. And that's so I'm rocking with you, Gator. All right,
I keep thinking of that Hajime no Ippo movie, but like the movie with the advanced graphics. I can literally see Sasaki. He has that fighting style. I don't know what it is, but I can literally see him. Is like he has that fighting style. You know, because if you watch the show, you know Ippo never moved his fucking chin. You know what I'm saying? He might do this a couple times, but like that's how he fights. This man he comes forward. He has all this power. You know what I'm saying? He's also technical. He uses his jab, but like this guy, he's a slug fighter. Like this guy, he goes to war. This fight's gonna be a war. You know what I'm saying? And Brian Norman, I might shit on him, but he's a fun fighter to watch. He's really fun to watch.
Out of his 19 wins, 17 are by knockout.
That's Sasaki. Yep. Dude, that man can crack.
8 fight
I'm
wins.
excited. Like people, like this is like people, like some people sleeping on this fight. I see a lot more people talk about it, but yeah, man, this is gonna be an unexpected banger.
But yeah, no, I'm with you, Marcus. Are you riding the Japanese man, fellow in his own country, dog main event, or is Brian Norman going overseas taking care of business?
I might throw some cheese on what's his name?
Sasaki.
Jin Sasaki.
Sasaki. I mean, I might throw some cheese on him, but my pick is Norman.
I mean, it's a smart pick for now. I really think people are gonna wake up though. Like Sasaki is really that good.
Since bro is a dog, though, I'll say fucking throw some cheese on there just in case. But I don't know, man. We'll see.
How about it as
But
well?
that's dope. That shit's on Thursday. I'm gonna definitely be locked in on that Thursday morning, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, I'm just gonna throw this out there to the people who are listening. You take George Kambosos by decision, right? Plus 1,800 on the odds. And it was the parlay that with that boy Jin Sasaki. I can't get it other than the money line, but it's 7 plus 76. It's 76,000. I mean plus 7,600. So you can put 10 to win 760.
Damn.
God,
man, upset. Man, that upset will literally make y'all banks.
That would be
that out there.
That would be the cash of the century, bro. We come back next week and that shit bangs, bro.
You know, you just throw a little 20 on 1,500 on a 2-leg parlay. There's 2 of them. There's a hope for 2 things. And wait till and that's just Jin Sasaki money line. Wait until the odds pop up for Jin Sasaki by KO. And when I take that instead.
Yeah, please by KO. It's gonna be like
gonna be like plus 10,000 on the odds.
Norman doesn't have a chin. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna feel that Japanese power.
All right, boys. We do gotta get that fuck up out of here. Stay tuned if anyone watching along right now. Anthony in the comments section also said that boy Kambosos by decision. Romeo said in the comments, Marcus and Gator, Paul, you're up here with 2 runners. Neither one of them want to see me in fight night. So y'all been ducking the smoke tonight. But we do gotta get up out of here. We got a UFC to cover. So everyone stay tuned if you're watching along. We got UFC right after this. I'm Paul Pickle with him. Marcus Primetime Penley, Gator, Southpaw's Run Boxing.
Yes, sir.
Unboxing.
Yes, sir.
Y'all did it.
Double down.